stop by the flower, sat alone in clear glass. Its orange head tilts over a small hill of books. The table smells of cut wood and a little warm dust, where the sun has been resting since the door opened wide. I watch from the window seat with my sleeves rolled low. A square of heat touches the back of my hand. New covers stand upright like quiet front doors, each one holding a room no one has entered yet. The floor keeps faint marks from sandals and rainless days. A thin paper bag waits, folded flat near the register. Your shadow crosses the shelf, then slips over the spines. I hear the soft click of one book set down. Outside, the glass leaves gather in layers of green light. A far roof flashes white, then hides behind branches. The air coming in carries dry grass and stone. A street somewhere below turns slowly toward the water. You open the first page with both hands, careful, as though the paper might bruise if hurried too much. The binding gives a small sigh close to your thumb. I do not look up quickly, I let the sound arrive. A woman near the back wall turns toward the upper shelf. Her linen cuff brushes a row of narrow poems. The room makes space for her without moving a thing. Even the hanging cards stay almost perfectly still. I pick up a slim book, the cover pale as barley. A photograph of a chair beside an open screen. The edge of one page feels rougher than the rest. A tiny burr of paper catches on my skin. You smile at something written too small for me to see, then close the book halfway, leaving your finger inside. A cart near the corner holds unshelved arrivals, their prices penciled lightly on square white slips. The flower leans farther over the table's curve. Its stem makes a green line through the glass and water. The whole room seems held by that narrow shape. One orange sun on a stalk, no larger than a coin. You leave the book open beside the cooling cup. The flower keeps leaning toward the window light. I sit where the window warms the pale wood under my palm. A new book leans open without asking to be read. Paper breathes a dry sweetness from a stack beside the glass. The hill outside turns green and softer through the pain. A thin branch taps once on the upper corner frame. Someone crosses the far aisle in linen the color of milk. Their footsteps press lightly on the sun-washed floor. My cup is cooled already, a ring left on the tray. The cover of a small novel catches a square of light. I move it back a little so the title can rest. Dust gathers above the shelf like flour on a sleeve. The room keeps its voice low between pages and leaves. You stand near the curved table where fresh spines face outward. Blue cream and quiet gray in a patient little row. Your finger stops at one edge and slips to another. The paper makes a hush against your thumbnail. Outside, water glints below, past the green of the trees. Not close enough to hear, but close enough to cool. A glass vase holds one flower, orange against the wood. Its stem bends slightly toward the window's heat. The clerk turns a page behind the counter shelf. A chair leg gives one small sound and settles back again. No one needs the hour to become anything else. The door stays half open for air and late sun. I remember the bookshop smell from streets I never named. Glue, cotton, cedar boards, and paper cut clean. The ceiling fan moves slowly above the far display. Its shadow touches the wall, then leaves without a mark. The new arrivals wait with uncreased backs, like shirts folded carefully after drying in the light. You bring one book over and place it near my cup. The table answers softly under its modest weight. We do not speak yet. The cover says enough. A boat on pale blue paper, a window drawn in ink. The afternoon loosens around the quiet chairs. The branch taps once more, then misses the glass. A page lifts by itself, then lies down again. Your hand stays near mine in the warm square of sun. The water is not in the room, but it enters through brightness. A white tremble on the shelf, a blue line beyond trees. I sit near the lower window where the display curves inward. The wood is smooth and warm from many resting elbows. A stack of fresh paperbacks stands close to my knee. Their corners sharp and clean like folded handkerchiefs. The covering smells new when I lift the first one. A little bitter, a little sweet, mixed with sun-on varnish. Your steps move behind me, slow across the open floor. The heel of your sand one hollow board. Then the room returns to pages being touched, and the soft throat sound of someone reading silently. You point toward the glass where leaves hold the light, not asking me to answer, only showing what arrived. A branch bends down outside with small oval shadows. They scatter over the table and over the book I chose. I was reading one sentence about a room after breakfast, a plate, a towel, a chair, a window left open. The words taste almost dry, like tea leaves after steeping. I place my thumb there and keep the book from closing. Across the aisle, new titles lean in simple wooden stands. Their covers carry faces turned away from the camera. A postcard slips sideways from a thin display pocket. No one fixes it yet. It stays like that a while. You bring me a book with a pale blue jacket, a boat print. It's small near the lower right corner. The paper is cool where shade has covered it, then warm at the top edge where sun has touched longer. I pass you mine instead without making a trade, just letting both covers rest together on the table. From somewhere near the counter comes the scent of coffee. Not fresh, not old, only dark in a cup. A child outside laughs once beyond the thick glass pane. The sound arrives softened by leaves and distance. Inside the flower vase makes a bright oval shadow. The water line inside it shivers when the door moves. Two books stay between us, blue beside pale cream. Outside the water keeps making light on the glass. I find a chair near glass where the light arrives slowly. A new book on my knees, still stiff at the spine. The first page lifts slightly from the heat of my hand. Paper gives off a scent like rice flour and cedar. You stand by the shelf with your shoulder in brightness, reading the back of a cover, 3 lines at a time. Outside, the leaves overlap in green and yellow pieces. A hill lowers itself behind the wide window. The room has no hurry, only sandals on concrete, only cloth against wood, only pages turned carefully. A small plant in a pot holds its crooked little trunk, as if listening with me to the quiet of books. The curved table gathers thin novels and photo books, all facing the morning side. Though the hour has moved on, one cover shows a window, one shows shows an empty road. One shows a woman's sleeve beside a porcelain bowl. You choose none of them yet. Your hand moves shelf to shelf. A patient bird of fingers landing, lifting, landing. The glass near the door keeps a bright white square. It slides over the floor when a cloud thins outside. Somewhere behind the counter, a drawer opens halfway. Coins touch each other with a muted silver sound. The air tastes faintly salty from the bright water below, mixed with warm paper and the varnish of shells. I read the same sentence without needing the next. A bowl left in shade, a screen left half open. The words make a small room. Inside the room I am in. No wall becomes heavy, no clock asks my name. You come back beside me, holding a book in both hands. Its jacket pale green with one white chair printed. You place it on the table, not asking me to look. The chair on the cover faces away from us. A flower in a narrow vase leans toward your sleeve. Its shadow bends over the corner of my page. The afternoon settles lower on the new arrivals. Soft heat in the paper, cool shade under the shelf. I close the book softly, but keep one finger there. The sun stays on the page a little longer than us. The shelf bends through the room like a slow wooden path. Books standing along it in small careful crowds. I walk beside the curve with my palm near the edge. The varnish feels warm where the sun has reached it. A stack of new hardcovers waits near a tiny tree. Its leaves cast small marks on pale cream jackets. You are farther ahead, almost blurred by brightness. A linen shape moving between tables and glass. Your footsteps have no sharpness on the smooth stone floor. They come and go softly under the ceiling light. Outside, branches keep opening over the white window frame. A book with a blue cover slides out a finger's width. I press it back gently until it joins the row. The paper edges make a dry little sound, like a sleeve brushing grain in a wooden box. The room smells of new ink and sun on plain cotton, the kind of scent left after curtains have dried. A small sign near the register hangs from a thin cord. It turns almost nothing in the air from the door. The flower on the table holds its orange face above a stack of books no one has opened. You pause near the far shelf and tilt your head slightly, as if the titles were speaking too quietly to catch. I sit on a low bench where shade cuts the floor, half of my shoe warm, half held cool by the table. A paperback rests open beside my left hand. Its pages rise a little, then settle from their own weight. You bring one book over with a linen bookmark inside, a thin strip of white between two printed pages. We do not choose it, we only let it lie there, next to my quiet cup and the folded paper bag. The curved shelf keeps leading past the window and flowers, past the hill in the glass, past the afternoon's edge. A cartwheel clicks once near the back of the room, and everything returns to wood, paper, green light. The shelf turns out of sight behind a wall of sun. I stay where it begins, with dust on my sleeve. You move through the far aisle in pale linen and sun. Not quick, not slow, just easy on the floor. The books in front of me stand open like small screens, each cover holding still under the clean window light. I touch the table edge with the back of my hand. The wood keeps a warmth from hours of brightness. A new book smells faintly of glue and white paper. I breathe it in once, then let the page fall. Outside, the green hillside folds behind leaves, and a narrow flash of water appears between branches. Inside, the air is cooler under the shelf shadow. Your sleeve brushes softly against a row of essays. One thin volume leans, then waits against another. I hear the paper answer, a quiet, fibrous hush, the kind that disappears before I can name it. Near the window, a plant lifts its small, crooked crown from a shallow, round pot full of dark, dry soil. Its trunk bends sideways like an old wrist resting. A tiny shape of shade falls across two books. The clerk folds a bag along an invisible line, pressing each corner flat with careful fingertips. The room holds each sound and lets it go whole. You turn back toward me with no book in your hands, only a small white card taken from the display. You place it beside my cup, face down on the table. Its paper is thicker, than the pages we touched. I do not turn it over, I leave it in shade, beside the ring of tea and the crease of my sleeve. The flower in the vase leans over the stack, a round orange note in the middle of the room. Behind you the windows fill with loose green shapes, and the shelves grow softer near the bright back wall. The afternoon keeps walking without needing our steps. Your linen sleeve rests near the edge of the chair. The card stays face down, cool under the shade. I follow the narrow aisle where the shelves meet the glass. Green leaves press close outside, then scatter into brightness. A new book waits upright on a plain wooden stand. Its cover shows a table with nobody seated there. I touch the lower corner, cool where shade has kept it, warm along the top edge from the window slow fire. The room smells of clean paper and the oil of polished wood, a little dry, a little sweet under the open door. You are reading near the back with one hand in your pocket. Your shoulder nearly vanishes in the wide pale light. A loose card above you turns once on its string. The floor keeps summer footprints and faint gray half moons, not dirty, only softened by many unhurried steps. I kneel beside a low shelf where thin books lie flat, their pages close together like sleeping white wings. One spine has no title, only a small black mark. I pull it out slowly and hear the paper drag. The sound is small enough to fit inside my palm. Outside, a branch leans closer and shades the window frame. Below the green hillside, a strip of water flashes, too far for waves or boats, only light arriving broken. The air against my neck feels cooler near the glass. You bring me a postcard from the rack by the counter, a room drawn in black ink, a chair beside a window. The card has rough edges against my thumb and finger, thicker than the book page and softer than it looks. I place it in the book without deciding anything between two blank pages. Near the end notes, the clerk wipes the counter with a folded cotton cloth. A faint clean scent rises, then disappears into paper. The orange flower keeps still in its clear, narrow vase. Its shadow almost touches the curve of the shelf. I sit back on my heels and let the book close. The aisle stays green around us. without asking for words. A leaf shadow crosses the postcard's white face. I leave it there hidden between pages and sun. You stop by the flower, sat alone in clear glass. Its orange head tilts over a small hill of books. The table smells of cut wood and a little warm dust, where the sun has been resting since the door opened wide. I watch from the window seat with my sleeves rolled low. A square of heat touches the back of my hand. New covers stand upright like quiet front doors, each one holding a room no one has entered yet. The floor keeps faint marks from sandals and rainless days. A thin paper bag waits, folded flat near the register. Your shadow crosses the shelf, then slips over the spines. I hear the soft click of one book set down. Outside, the glass leaves gather in layers of green light. A far roof flashes white, then hides behind branches. The air coming in carries dry grass and stone. A street somewhere below. Turn slowly toward the water. You open the first page with both hands, careful, as though the paper might bruise if hurried too much. The binding gives a small sigh close to your thumb. I do not look up quickly, I let the sound arrive. A woman near the back wall turns toward the upper shelf. Her linen cuff brushes a row of narrow poems. The room makes space for her without moving a thing. Even the hanging cards stay almost perfectly still. I pick up a slim book, the cover pale as barley. A photograph of a chair beside an open screen. The edge of one page feels rougher than the rest. A tiny burr of paper catches on my skin. You smile at something written too small for me to see, then close the book halfway, leaving your finger inside. A cart near the corner holds unshelved arrivals, their prices penciled lightly on square white slips. The flower leans farther over the table's curve. Its stem makes a green line through the glass and water. The whole room seems held by that narrow shape. One orange sun on a stalk, no larger than a coin. You leave the book open beside the cooling cup. The flower keeps leaning toward the window light. I sit where the window warms, the pale wood under my palm. A new book leans open without asking to be read. Paper breathes a dry sweetness from a stack beside the glass. The hill outside turns green and softer through the pane. A thin branch taps once on the upper corner frame. Someone crosses the far aisle in linen the color of milk. Their footsteps press lightly on the sun-washed floor. My cup is cooled already, a ring left on the tray. The cover of a small novel catches a square of light. I move it back a little so the title can rest. Dust gathers above the shelf like flour on a sleeve. The room keeps its voice low between pages and leaves. You stand near the curved table where fresh spines face outward. Blue cream and quiet gray in a patient little row. Your finger stops at one edge and slips to another. The paper makes a hush against your thumbnail. Outside, water glints below, past the green of the trees. Not close enough to hear, but close enough to cool. A glass vase holds one flower, orange against the wood. Its stem bends slightly toward the window's heat. The clerk turns a page behind the counter shelf. A chair leg gives one small sound and settles back again. No one needs the hour to become anything else. The door stays half open for air and late sun. I remember the bookshop smell from streets I never named. Glue, cotton, cedar boards, and paper cut clean. The ceiling fan moves slowly above the far display. Its shadow touches the wall, then leaves without a mark. The new arrivals wait with uncreased backs, like shirts folded carefully after drying in the light. You bring one book over and place it near my cup. The table answers softly under its modest weight. We do not speak yet. The cover says enough. A boat on pale blue paper, a window drawn in ink. The afternoon loosens around the quiet chairs. The branch taps once more, then misses the glass. A page lifts by itself, then lies down again. Your hand stays near mine in the warm square of sun. The water is not in the room, but it enters through brightness. A white tremble on the shelf, a blue line beyond trees. I sit near the lower window where the display curves inward. The wood is smooth and warm from many resting elbows. A stack of fresh paperbacks stands close to my knee. Their corners sharp and clean like folded handkerchiefs. The covering smells new when I lift the first one. A little bitter, a little sweet, mixed with sun-on varnish. Your steps move behind me, slow across the open floor. The heel of your sandal finds one hollow board. Then the room returns to pages being touched, and the soft throat sound of someone reading silently. You point toward the glass where leaves hold the light, not asking me to answer, only showing what arrived. A branch bends down outside with small oval shadows. They scatter over the table and over the book I chose. I was reading one sentence about a room after breakfast, a plate, a towel, a chair, a window left open. The words taste almost dry, like tea leaves after steeping. I place my thumb there and keep the book from closing. Across the aisle, new titles lean in simple wooden stands. Their covers carry faces turned away from the camera. A postcard slips sideways from a thin display pocket. No one fixes it yet. It stays like that a while. You bring me a book with a pale blue jacket, a boat print. It's small near the lower right corner. The paper is cool where shade has covered it, then warm at the top edge where sun has touched longer. I pass you mine instead without making a trade, just letting both covers rest together on the table. From somewhere near the counter comes the scent of coffee. Not fresh, not old, only dark in a cup. A child outside laughs once beyond the thick glass pane. The sound arrives softened by leaves and distance. Inside the flower vase makes a bright oval shadow. The water line inside it shivers when the door moves. Two books stay between us, blue beside pale cream. Outside the water keeps making light on the glass. Find a chair near glass where the light arrives slowly. A new book on my knees, still stiff at the spine. The first page lifts slightly from the heat of my hand. Paper gives off a scent like rice flour and cedar. You stand by the shelf with your shoulder in brightness, reading the back of a cover, 3 lines at a time. Outside, the leaves overlap in green and yellow pieces. A hill lowers itself behind the wide window. The room has no hurry, only sandals on concrete, only cloth against wood, only pages turned carefully. A small plant in a pot holds its crooked little trunk. as if listening with me to the quiet of books. The curved table gathers thin novels and photo books, all facing the morning side. Though the hour has moved on, one cover shows a window, one shows an empty road, one shows a woman's sleeve beside a porcelain bowl. You choose none of them, yet your hand moves shelf to shelf. A patient bird of fingers landing, lifting, landing. The glass near the door keeps a bright white square. It slides over the floor when a cloud thins outside. Somewhere behind the counter, a drawer opens halfway. Coins touch each other with a muted silver sound. The air tastes faintly salty from the bright water below, mixed with warm paper and the varnish of shelves. I read the same sentence without needing the next. A bowl left in shade, a screen left half open. The words make a small room inside the room I am in. No wall becomes heavy, no clock asks my name. You come back beside me, holding a book in both hands. Its jacket pale green with one white chair printed. You place it on the table, not asking me to look. The chair on the cover faces away from us. A flower in a narrow vase leans toward your sleeve. Its shadow bends over the corner of my page. The afternoon settles lower on the new arrivals. Soft heat in the paper, cool shade under the shelf. I close the book softly, but keep one finger there. The sun stays on the page a little longer than us. The shelf bends through the room like a slow wooden path, books standing along it in small careful crowds. I walk beside the curve with my palm near the edge. The varnish feels warm where the sun has reached it. A stack of new hardcovers waits near a tiny tree. Its leaves cast small marks on pale cream jackets. You are farther ahead, almost blurred by brightness, a linen shape moving between tables and glass. Your footsteps have no sharpness on the smooth stone floor. They come and go softly under the ceiling light. Outside, branches keep opening over the white window frame. A book with a blue cover slides out a finger's width. I press it back gently until it joins the row. The paper edges make a dry little sound, like a sleeve brushing grain in a wooden box. The room smells of new ink and sun on plain. of scent left after curtains have dried. A small sign near the register hangs from a thin cord. It turns almost nothing in the air from the door. The flower on the table holds its orange face above a stack of books no one has opened. You pause near the far shelf and tilt your head slightly, as if the titles were speaking too quietly to catch. I sit on a low bench where shade cuts the floor, half of my shoe warm, half held cool by the table. A paper backrest open beside my left hand. Its pages rise a little, then settle from their own weight. You bring one book over with a linen bookmark inside, a thin strip of white between two printed pages. We do not choose it, we only let it lie there, next to my quiet cup and the folded paper bag. The curved shelf keeps leading past the window and flowers, past the hill in the glass, past the afternoon's edge. A cartwheel clicks once near the back of the room, and everything returns to wood, paper, green light. The shelf turns out of sight behind a wall of sun. I stay where it begins, with dust on my sleeve. You move through the far aisle in pale linen and sun. Not quick, not slow, just easy on the floor. The books in front of me stand open like small screens, each cover holding still under the clean window light. I touch the table edge with the back of my hand. The wood keeps a warmth from hours of brightness. A new book smells faintly of glue and white paper. I breathe it in once, then let the page fall. Outside, the green hillside folds behind leaves, and a narrow flash of water appears between branches. Inside, the air is cooler under the shelf shadow. Your sleeve brushes softly against a row of essays. One thin volume leans, then waits against another. I hear the paper answer, a quiet, fibrous hush, the kind that disappears before I can name it. Near the window, a plant lifts its small, crooked crown from a shallow, round pot full of dark, dry soil. Its trunk bends sideways like an old wrist resting. A tiny shape of shade falls across two books. The clerk folds a bag along an invisible line, pressing each corner flat with careful fingertips. The room holds each sound and lets it go whole. You turn back toward me with no book in your hands, only a small white card taken from the display. You place it beside my cup, face down on the table. Its paper is thicker than the pages we touched. I do not turn it over, I leave it in shade, beside the ring of tea and the crease of my sleeve. The flower in the vase leans over the stack, a round orange note in the middle of the room. Behind you the windows fill with loose green shapes, and the shelves grow softer near the bright back wall. The afternoon keeps walking without needing our steps. Your linen sleeve rests near the edge of the chair. The card stays face down, cool under the shade. I follow the narrow aisle where the shelves meet the glass. Green leaves press close outside, then scatter into brightness. A new book waits upright on a plain wooden stand. Its cover shows a table with nobody seated there. I touch the lower corner, cool where shade has kept it, warm along the top edge from the window slow fire. The room smells of clean paper and the oil of polished wood, a little dry, a little sweet under the open door. You are reading near the back with one hand in your pocket. Your shoulder nearly vanishes in the wide pale light. A loose card above you turns once on its string. The floor keeps summer footprints and faint gray half moons, not dirty, only softened by many unhurried steps. I kneel beside a low shelf where thin books lie flat, their pages close together like sleeping white wings. One spine has no title, only a small black mark. I pull it out slowly and hear the paper drag. The sound is small enough to fit inside my palm. Outside, a branch leans closer and shades the window frame. Below the green hillside, a strip of water flashes, too far for waves or boats, only light arriving broken. The air against my neck feels cooler near the glass. Postcard from the rack by the counter, a room drawn in black ink, a chair beside a window. The card has rough edges against my thumb and finger, thicker than the book page and softer than it looks. I place it in the book without deciding anything between two blank pages. Near the end notes, the clerk wipes the counter with a folded cotton cloth. A faint clean scent rises, then disappears into paper. The orange flower keeps still in its clear, narrow face. Its shadow almost touches the curve of the shelf. I sit back on my heels and let the book close. The aisle stays green around us without asking for words. A leaf shadow crosses the postcard's white face. I leave it there hidden between pages and sun.